No man do they call me, my mother and my father, and all my comrades as well. Hey everybody, No Man here, and I wanted to give you guys an update on what my plans are moving forward with Og the Ogren as well as Growing the Tribe, both of which are series that have been put on hold for months and months and months at this time, but people have asked me if I'm planning to continue them, and um, I do plan on continuing both of them in a way. I'm going to explain. I do want to apologize for the huge delay. It is a matter of time and energy that I can set aside and devote to these things. I have been prioritizing essentially family things, relationship things, and work things over things going on in the channel at the moment. I do hope that changes and I'm able to devote more time and energy to my videos and kind of set up a more regular schedule where I just have regular time each week that I set aside and devote to writing and recording stories and different things and giving you guys more than just kind of I wrote a little blip of a thing and it's like a minute and a half long and I post it just to keep it regular. I want to get back into long form things. Um, but I think the biggest change that's going to happen is when it comes to growing the tribe is I'm not going to do the same format that I did before, which for those of you that don't know, growing the tribe was kind of an experimental role-playing kind of game thing where I played with my chat and we had people come in and basically uh, the actions of the story were decided by chat, and people could also donate and decide things that happened in the story. Otherwise, they'd vote on it. And I don't think I'm going to do that format um, anymore because to do it that way is extremely, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of time. Because essentially, I have to write a session ahead of time. I then have to have the session. I have to then take everything that happens in the session and write it down as part of a story, turn it into a story, and it tends to be very long because I have to go through all the details of everything that everyone, especially if people paid for certain things to happen or chose for certain things to happen. Every detail needs to be important and needs to be included. Um, and that the thing that really kind of made this untenable is especially towards the end, I was slowing down as it was before I kind of stopped. But it's just a tremendously huge cast of characters. I have like I don't I'd have to go look because I haven't looked um, at the character list. But I had a bunch of notes. I had everything that was going on with all these guys. Um, but I have like 50 characters I have to keep track of, and we keep adding them because more characters keep popping up. And a bunch of them are kind of falling by the wayside because they're snotlings or grots, and now we're having orcs show up. It's too big. So what I might do is I might continue the story just as me writing the story and kind of continue with what I have, simplify things, streamline things, and that might put it in a form that's worth that it is a practical way of doing it. Um, but as far as so that's kind of that as I want to resume doing it, but probably I don't think I can do it the way I was doing it because it's just too big. It's too big and it's too ridiculous, and I have trouble keeping everything straight. Um, so when it comes to Og the Ogren, I want to resume that pretty soon. Essentially, what I want to do is at some point I want to sit down, refresh myself on everything that's happened, make sure I have all the story straight, make sure I am where I am in the story, and kind of pick up. Like, there's a lot of like I do have like an outline for Og the Ogren and like what I want to have happen, but details get changed as I'm like, oh, actually, I like it working this way better, and I need to remember like what I actually wrote down as opposed to like what my plan is and where we are in the plan and what different characters said which thing and things like that. But overall, I want to start resuming long form content. Um, I need to figure out a schedule of and just set aside time to do that. So I don't think it's going to happen immediately, but I hope soon I can start giving you guys resuming some of the old favorites that you have. All right. Thank you all for listening. I'm going to probably put something out that's relatively short later today. Um, and I want to get kind of back in the saddle with all of these things. So thank you all for continuing to support me. I know it's been kind of a long, slow process, but bear with me. I hope I can help make things better. All right. No Man out.